Signs that you are a Sigma male, the rarest of all male personality types. In pop culture and across online communities, several terms have spread, especially in discussions about dating, relationships, and the role of men within social hierarchies. From dominant alphas to betas, all the way to the mysterious sigmas, omegas, deltas, lambdas. The spectrum is huge. But because we don't have time here to go through the entire alphabet, we focus on the Sigma male, the rarest personality type among men, and we explore how you can recognize whether you are a Sigma male. And before anyone complains about putting men into strict categories, never, of course not. We're not on social media here. These categories are not strict classifications, nor are they scientific. They are more like models to describe and understand different personality types. Men can naturally show a mix of different traits. For example, someone may show alpha-like qualities in professional situations, and more beta or sigma-like qualities in relationships. To have a comparison, first briefly about alpha and beta men. The alpha male, in biology and in the animal world, is the most dominant being of the group. He beats on his chest and roars, "Here I am, world!" In the hierarchy, he stands at the very top. In society, these are the men who attract attention the moment they enter a room. They seek validation and attention, and they practically blossom when they are the center of focus. Alphas are so self-confident that they win every battle with the mirror. They like to take initiative, make decisions, and pursue their goals with determination. They are not afraid of confrontation or challenges. Professionally, they are often very successful. Women feel attracted to the alpha male. He is the charismatic main character of every Rosamunde Pilcher novel. His confident appearance and the fact that he often enjoys respect and authority radiate security and stability. And not to forget, good old hypergamy. Women often have a soft spot for men who hold a significant position in society. But not everyone falls for the alpha type. Some prefer beta men instead. The term beta male can have a negative connotation, like follower, passive, submissive, or a positive one, empathetic, cooperative. In contrast to the alpha Don Juan, the beta stands further down on the social ladder. Betas are happy to let others take the lead and initiative. They are less dominant, less aggressive, less self-confident. They also place less value on social status. They don't get the VIP table in the club. But they also don't constantly stress about hiding their belly fat. That doesn't mean they can't be successful. Among their strengths is empathy. They can put themselves in other people's shoes well. They solve problems with diplomacy and a cup of tea in hand, instead of confrontation. Their reserved, sometimes even shy nature can appear sensitive or sweet to women. Some call it wholesome bonus. And for a woman who values groundedness and finds it pleasant when a man is not too fixated on external validation, this anti-alpha might be exactly the right cup of tea. Sigma men are the rarest type of man, and that is due to the mixture of their unique traits, which makes them so interesting. The term is relatively new. I myself didn't even know it until about a year ago, and then I started looking into it more deeply. The definitions of sigma vary greatly. First, there is the skeptical or even demeaning perspective. The Stern, for example, claims that the sigma male attitude provides the perfect excuse for social isolation, that he is condescending, emotionally numb, sexist. Sigma men are even associated with misogyny, as if a man with sigma traits were nothing more than a grumpy, hurt loner who hates women. Of course, among men with sigma traits, there are some who have developed anger toward women because of bad experiences or because they feel superior to them. But such men exist in all categories, regardless of whether they are alpha, beta, or sigma. This exaggerated generalization, in my opinion, is too simplistic, because not every loner harbors hostility toward women. The definition of a sigma male can also look completely different, and very positive. And this viewpoint also corresponds to my own observations. Fundamentally, the sigma man is a confident, independent thinker, an individualist. If you recognize the following traits, which together form a rare and fascinating personality type, in yourself there is a high probability that you belong to the group of sigma men. Point 1. A sigma man is characterized by his independent thinking. He makes his decisions on his own and is not easily influenced by external pressures. If you are a sigma man, you think a lot and deeply about all kinds of topics, and without orienting yourself toward trends or common opinions, you develop your own views and ideas. A sigma questions what he reads or hears. He refuses to blindly follow rules or recommendations when his own research and experiences lead him to a different conclusion. That doesn't mean he is always right, but he trusts his own thinking more than authorities. He has wide-ranging interests. He absorbs information to create a comprehensive picture and to make well-founded decisions. Independence and freedom. A sigma often does not strive for power, very high income, or a career at the top. Although a sigma man pursues his goals with motivation and confidence, he does not need to be the boss. It is not about standing at the top of a social hierarchy. Instead, he values independence and freedom. Women are often drawn to his self-reliant nature. That does not mean he cannot possess authority or leadership qualities. Because of his balanced personality, he is appreciated by others, whether privately or professionally. But still, he does not seek these elevated positions or status. In contrast to the extroverted alpha, the sigma prefers to withdraw. He does not need to stand in the spotlight. On the contrary, he feels comfortable not being the center of attention. Lone wolf fits very well because he feels comfortable in his own company. He does not need a relationship with a woman, nor does he depend on constantly being surrounded by people in order to feel satisfied and fulfilled. And even though sigma men are often viewed as loners, they are still capable of adapting to social situations. Nevertheless, they prefer to be alone or in small, trusted circles. Unlike the alpha, a sigma places little value on social validation and acceptance. He does not need external approval. He does not need an audience to thrive. A true sigma, and I am not talking about celebrities who pretend to belong to this rare personality type, but about men who actually possess a high degree of sigma traits. These men will not be seen desperately posting impressive photos of themselves on Instagram every day to gain attention, likes, and validation. If you are a sigma man, you really don't care what others think of you. Metaphorically speaking, you give society the middle finger. It doesn't bother you if you come across as provocative or polarizing. Social expectations and norms mean very little to you. You also don't let yourself be pressured. You act according to your own internal compass, not according to beliefs dictated by society, politics, or popular movements and trends. Sigma men are actually difficult to categorize because they have their own standards and values that do not always match typical categories. And this fits the next trait as well. It's a bit similar. A sigma man draws his strength, his conviction, his motivation, and his self-worth from his own abilities. He does not let his thoughts, lifestyle, or behavior be shaped by outside approval. In a world that is often dominated by external evaluation and validation, This ability to be his own internal source of energy is a truly admirable trait.